Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Life in the Grand Valley. My name is Keallan Dowells, a local realtor for Brown Real Estate and Brown Built Custom Homes. And as I say in every video, we're here to show you what it's like to live, buy, sell, and build here in the Grand Valley or Grand Junction, Colorado. If you caught my last video, we talked about top places that people are looking to buy or build their next home in when it comes to the Grand Valley. We talked about the north area of Grand Junction. We talked about Fruita as well as Redlands. And so what we're going to do today and our video, is we're going to dive into the north area for you. We're going to dive specifically into the northeast area. When we look at the north area as a whole, we can break it down into three sections: the northeast, the north, and the northwest. So in today's video, as I already mentioned, we're going to dive into the northeast area for you. We're going to give you the median sales price of a home. We're going to talk about 7 popular subdivisions in the north area, solely basing that off of the amount of homes sold in these subdivisions last year. There's a lot of other options and great subdivisions in the northeast area among the 7 that we're going to talk about in today's video. We're also going to talk about amenities nearby, schools available to you, so on and so forth. We're going to give you all the details that you need to know about the northeast area, guys. Thanks for tuning in and enjoy the video. All right, guys, as I mentioned, we're going to be diving into the northeast area in today's video. Now, if you caught my last video where we talked about top places that people are looking to buy or build their next home in here in the Grand Valley, we talked about the north area as a whole. We talked about one of the biggest reasons for that is due to the fact that you had options, whether you're looking at a $300,000 home or looking to build your dream higher-end luxury home on a couple acres. You have those options. Now, when we look at the northeast area specifically, it has a median sales price of about $355,000. So definitely a more affordable price range, and I would definitely say it's going to cater to those really looking in that $300,000 to $500,000 range, right? We're in January of 2024. There's about 42 listings currently available. Seasonality wise, it is a slower time of the year, but nonetheless, the bulk of those homes are falling in that $300,000 to $550,000 range. Now, a couple things to note: if you're looking below $300,000, I can definitely say that there's some condos available, townhomes available to you that are in great shape. In that price range, in that 260 to 275 price range. There's a couple factory built homes, but if you're looking for a stick built, 3.2, 3.1, bigger size stick built home under 300,000, it's probably going to need a little bit of updating, some TLC, some fresh paint, some new flooring, new appliances, so on and so forth. Just not bad options by any means, but something to note. And if you're, above that $600,000 range, that's in what the market you're looking in right now, there's not going to be a whole lot of options available to you. Of the 45 listings, there's probably about one listing right now that's a little under an acre that's sitting around $650,000. So if you're looking for more space, half an acre to an acre to 2 acres, you're probably going to have better luck or more options in the north and northwest area, and we'll cover that in future videos. Okay, so next, let's dive into some popular subdivisions in the northeast area. And I'm really basing this off of the fact that these were 7 subdivisions that had the most activity last year in 2023 of inventory and homes sold. Obviously, there's a bunch more popular subdivisions or awesome subdivisions in the northeast area, but we're going to dive into those 7 for that very reason. Stay tuned. All right, guys, so the first one we're going to talk about is going to be Irish Walk. Irish Walk is a little bit of an older subdivision. This one was built from 99 to about 06 or 08. Okay, the median sales price in here is going to be about $390,000. Of the 6 or 7 homes that sold in here last year, I think they ranged from about $350,000 up to about $480,000. So once again, falling in that $300,000 to $500,000 range, essentially. So you have options if you're within that range. You're going to find pretty much ranch and 2-story style homes in here. You're not going to find really bigger lots in here, up to a quarter acre lots. You won't find that. Usually going to be smaller lots, typically sized lots in here. You're not going to have options for 3-car garages or RV parking, but still a great neighborhood. A lot of the homes that are selling have been fairly updated, which is nice. They're not super old homes to begin with, but you'll see some updated flooring, kitchens, and things like that throughout the neighborhood. Some of the homes do have some brick trim on the front, some higher entryways, and it does have a park within the neighborhood, which is also plus, as well as some walking paths. The typical square footage that you'll find here in Irish Walk is anywhere from about 15 to 2,500 square feet. Once again, just a great neighborhood, kind of close to Patterson, a couple minutes away, centrally located essentially in the northeast area. So a great option for you. Next one, number 2 on the list, guys, is going to be Village East. Now, Village East is definitely probably the older of the 6 to 7 properties that we're going to talk about, these ones were developed between 74 and 79. So you get those older style homes, still quality construction. That's what it's known for. You're going to find ranch and 2-story style homes of various square footage sizes. So you're probably going to find yourself anywhere from 1,200 square foot to 2,000 square foot, maybe a little bit more. They're also going to offer bigger lot sizes. So a lot of times you have options for RV parking or extra storage sheds and things like that. Village East is going to have a median sales price of about $415,000, and just like most Northeast subdivisions that we're going to talk about, they're pretty close to Patterson, and so you have really easy access to get to where you need to go. So that's Village East. The third neighborhood is going to be Stagecoach Trail. This is definitely one of the newer ones, built between 13 and 17. It's going to have a median sales price around $465,000. You will have some options for bigger lot sizes up to 1/4 acre lots. And here you'll see both ranch and 2-story style homes throughout the neighborhood, all stucco homes with some brick trim here and there. You're going to find options for, some 2 and 3 car garages, as well as RV parking. Definitely a beautiful neighborhood. This was going to be just off of 31 road. So you can hop on 31 road. And once again, like most of the Northeast area subdivisions have quick access to Patterson Road. You're going to find a range from anywhere from about, 1,500 to about 2,000 square foot homes here in Stagecoach Trail. Number 4 on the list is going to be Orchard Run. So the subdivision was developed between 94 and 99. So once again, a little bit older. You'll find ranch and 2-story style homes within this subdivision. Smaller lots, typical size lots, up to 1/4 acre options here in Orchard Run. You're mainly going to find 2-car garages, so not a whole lot of options for 3-car garages, but some of the properties in there might have some space for some RV parking, but you don't typically see that within Orchard Run. It's going to have a median sales price of about $384,000, and most homes are going to be around 1,500 to 2,600 square feet, and that's Orchard Run. All right, guys, coming in number 5 on the list is going to be Forest Estates. Forest Estates was developed between 05 and 08. You're going to find some quality built stucco homes in here, ranging from about 1,700 to 2,000 square feet. Obviously, just like most of the neighborhoods we've already talked about, ranch and 2-story style homes. Most of these properties here in Forest Estates are going to have options for RV parking. Most of them are going to have vaulted ceilings, up to 1/4 acre lot options in there, and it's going to have a median sales price of about $461,000. So the 6th subdivision on our list is going to be the Tawney subdivision. Now, Tawney subdivision is a newer subdivision. There's going to be about a total of 31 homes built in the subdivision, and I think they're a little less than halfway complete. It's going to have a median sales price of about $365,000. This one is tucked back a little bit behind some older subdivisions, closer to I-70, so closer north. It is a great subdivision in terms of it's very affordable. If you're in the $300,000 to $400,000 price range and want a new construction home or a new construction option, Tawney subdivision would be great for you. They're all pretty much 3-2s, 2-car garages, ranch style homes, starting around $350 up to $380, anywhere from 12 to about 1,500 to 1,600 square feet. And once again, very affordable new construction home. Obviously, with it being in that $300,000 range and being new construction, you're probably not going to find some higher end finishes within these homes, like granite countertops, so on and so forth. But nonetheless, a great option for you. Once again, if you're in that $300,000 to $400,000 range and wanting new construction to be an option for you, that's Tawney subdivision. Guys, and last on our list today is going to be Arabesque. Now, Arabesque, I would say, over the past 2 years, they've probably been one of the more popular neighborhoods in the Northeast. It is a beautiful, newer subdivision. Most of the homes in the subdivision are maybe 2 to 3 years old at most. They're all primarily going to be around 3-2s, most of them around 1,500 to 1,700 square feet. You're going to be able to find ranch and 2-story style homes in their Arabesque subdivision. You're also going to find options for 3-car garages and some RV parking on some bigger lots. Once again, this one's tucked back a little bit off of 29 Road. Closer to I-70, and you're actually going to have desert access right there off of 29 Road, which is nice if you want to hop out to the desert, ride some side-by-sides, do all that stuff. You can have quick access there. It's going to have a median sales price of about $447,000. It is pretty much built out. There are a couple new construction homes that are popping up. A couple of them have just come up for sale. Those ones are ranging around that $450,000 to $460,000 mark. And once again, those are all pretty much 3-2s. Starting around 1,500 square feet. But once again, they are on a little bit of smaller lots. That is going to be Arabesque. All right, guys. So next, we're going to talk about what some amenities are near. We're going to talk about, obviously, amenities that you're going to be using on a daily basis. Grocery stores, restaurants or weekly basis, gyms, so on and so forth. So we're going to switch over to a screen recording so we can show you a map of what's close by. Stay tuned. All right, guys. So as I mentioned, I want to show you where the Northeast area is located and where is that comparatively to all the amenities that you're most likely going to be needing and wanting to use on a weekly or daily basis, as I mentioned. And you hear me say this a lot. For the most part, you're probably going to be within 20 to 25 minutes of really anything you need, unless obviously if you're working out of town or maybe you're working across town in fruit or something like that. But nonetheless, it's pretty close to the Northeast area in terms of amenities. So let's take a look at what is right near the Northeast area in terms of schools, restaurants, gyms, stores, so on and so forth. And then we'll kind of move to the more Grand Junction city downtown area to show you how far that's away and what's available to you. So we have the Northeast area right here highlighted in red, right? So if I zoom out, and we look at where it's at comparatively to town, it's somewhat centrally located. Okay, I say the north would be more centrally located, but nonetheless, it's right there. And we look at the northeast. If you want to get technical, it's going to be anywhere between 28 and a half road here on the west end, out to 32 road on the east end on the border of Clifton, right? And it's going to be anything north of Patterson Road. You can see Patterson Road right here. Okay, so as I mentioned, what amenities are right there within the northeast area that you might use, such as gyms and grocery stores and restaurants, things like that. So right off of 29 in Patterson, right across from the Northeast area, you're going to have a Safeway right there. You're going to have some gas stations and some, the Safeway gas station is right there. Some liquor stores, a local restaurant, Burnaby's is right there. And then you're going to also have a couple gas stations trickled on, obviously, right off of Patterson throughout the Northeast area as well. Okay. And now if I move further east to out towards Clifton, you're going to find Peachtree Center. The Peachtree Center is going to have a bunch of restaurants. It's going to have a local gym called Mesa Fitness. Mesa Fitness has two locations, this Clifton location and one in Junction that I'll show you here in a couple minutes. But right here, in terms of restaurants, you're going to have typical fast food restaurants, McDonald's, Taco Bell, Popeyes. You're going to have Chipotle out here, Qdoba out here. I believe there's a Little Caesars out there, Starvin' Arvin's, which is a local restaurant. You're going to have Denny's, so on and so forth, right 5-10 minutes away from the Northeast area right there. Okay. Out here on the east end, you're also going to have about 10 minutes away access to I-70, which is nice. Okay. So that's going to be right there. You're also going to have a city market out here in Clifton. If I zoom in, that's probably going to be, once again, 10 minutes away from the Northeast area. So that's an option for you, okay? And then some of these other ones I'll get back to towards the end of the video. But those are some stores and gyms and restaurants that are right there in the Northeast area, close to the Northeast area within 10 minutes, okay? Now let's look at the Grand Junction location, okay? So what is near us downtown Grand Junction wise? Okay, so if I move to downtown Grand Junction, I'm about 15 minutes away, okay, downtown Grand Junction, about 1st to 7th Street off of Main. That's going to be about 15 minutes away. Obviously, all of the amenities that downtown provides, entertainment, restaurants, bars, so on and so forth, okay, Northeast area up there, downtown Grand Junction right here. If I move a little bit in Northwest, I'm going to find the Rimrock area. Once again, about 15 minutes away. The Rimrock area is going to provide Walmart. It's going to provide Lowe's, Sprouts, Hobby Lobby, Chick-fil-A, Red Robin, Nothing But Cates, Qdoba, Faux, Mesa Fitness Grand Junction is going to be down here, okay? So that's going to provide all of that. Right across from Rimrock area, you're going to have, let me zoom out. Let me get control of this. Right here where my mouse is, you have Sam's Club right there. I forgot to mark that. So you're going to have Sam's Club right there across the Rimrock area. If we move even more northwest, you're going to have the Mesa Mall. Mesa Mall is going to be right off of Patterson. So if I zoom out, okay, and I look at Northeast areas back here, you can take Patterson Road all the way across, right down the Mesa Mall. You're going to have Target down there, Cabela's, Dick's Sporting Goods, restaurants, so on and so forth. Right across or just north of Mesa Mall, you have Home Depot, City Market, okay? A little bit further west, you're going to have here, which will probably be more about 25 minutes away, you have Community Hospital, okay, within a 25-minute drive of the Northeast area. If I start to work my way back towards the Northeast area, back east, okay, off of 7th and Patterson, you're going to have City Market and Community Hospital as well. So St. Mary's Hospital and Community Hospital as well. City Market's going to be a little bit further east. But the Community Hospital out here, I think it's their surgical center. But you're going to have St. Mary's down here. You also have a couple urgent cares between Northeast and the St. Mary's area off of 12th and Patterson. You have Primary Care Partners. Right here off of 12th and Patterson, you have another City Market, which I was recently referring to. And then also a little bit further south, you're going to have Colorado Mesa University. If you're going to be moving here and having some sort of affiliation with that, maybe you're working there, or you're a coach there, professor there, whatever they may be, you're going to have that within a 15-minute drive away from you in the Northeast area as well, right? So that's right there. There's your Northeast area, okay? A couple other things that's trickled between the Northeast and the Grand Junction City area where you find most of those other restaurants and stuff. You're going to have a Walmart right here off of 28 and a half road and North Ave. So that's going to be right there. Okay. So the gist of it, guys, you probably get it, is you can see all what I highlighted in terms of points of interest and amenities. They're all going to be within a 20-minute drive in the Northeast area. So if you're worried about not being close enough to the things you need, I can say that it's probably not something that you're going to be stressed about very much when you're looking at moving here in the Grand Valley. Okay. And a couple other things that I'll point out for you guys before we end off this portion is, number one, if I look off of 29 road, okay, right here, right where I mentioned where Safeway was, but Patterson 29 road, I believe it is set in stone, but don't quote me on this. I believe that they're going to be now including or working on adding a I-70 interchange or on and off ramp right here off of 29 road, which if you're looking at the Northeast area can be a great thing and can be a bad thing, right? Because one, obviously it'd be great to have even quicker access from 10 minutes to literally 5 minutes to get on I-70, but we will most likely see more traffic in that area. Okay. The other thing too is I mentioned the Clifton exit for I-70 out there, which is 10 minutes away, probably 15 minutes away. You have the Horizon exit right there. Okay. And off of Horizon, you have, hotels off of Horizon here. You have another Safeway. You also have the Grand Junction Regional Airport, which is about 15 minutes away where my mouse is. And so once again, just reiterating to you guys that, if you're looking at the Northeast area, you'll find a home in that area. Being close enough to the amenities that you need isn't something that you should be worried about. Another thing that I'll point out for the Northeast area is you are in the flight path for the airport, right? So, you might hear some planes go by here and there. It's not very noisy. It is very noisy when those fighter jets come through. The military does do some work, or the Air Force, I believe, does do some work here. And so you have some fighter jets flying over these neighborhoods. I personally live out here in the Northeast area as well. And so, you'll hear those every now and then and can get really loud, but, it's some kind of something that's not super disturbing and something that you can get used to. Okay. And lastly, what I'll talk to you guys about is what schools are available to you in the Northeast area if you have kids and you're curious about what schools are available. Okay. We'll start on the west end here, right off of 29 Road in Patterson. You're going to have Independence Academy. That's a K through 8. I've had friends, including clients, send their kids there. It's a charter school, very well spoken of or highly spoken of. We can move a little bit further east to the middle of town here, guys. And you're going to have Thunder Mountain Elementary, another great option. My neighbors, both my neighbors on both sides of me and even across from me have sent their kids here to Thunder Mountain Elementary. Once again, another school that's really highly spoken of. If we move southeast, okay, you're going to have, I have it as Grand Valley Middle School right here, but it's actually Grand Mesa Middle School. That's just a typo. That's going to be right there, right across Patterson, okay? Just south of Grand Mesa Middle School, you're going to have Central High School, okay? Both of those schools I've heard mixed reviews about. If you go online, you can find more information about those schools, but they're going to be right there available to you in the Northeast area. You're also going to have Longs Park right here across Patterson, right next to both of those schools. There is a brand new subdivision right here that's going between that might be very convenient to you. Or for you, you're going to have Longs Park right here. So a bunch of soccer fields you can see, pavilions, a pond, sand volleyball courts, just a place that you can go out, host birthdays, or just take dogs out or the kids out to the park and enjoy that. That's pretty close to the Northeast area as well. And you're also going to notice, Independence Academy, Grand Mesa Middle School, Central High, Thunder Mountain Elementary. If you're looking at some of these neighborhoods within the Northeast area, they're going to be within biking or walking distance for your kids to these schools. There's the couple of the neighborhoods that I mentioned, such as Village East. Village East is going to be right off of 30 Road right here in this area. Not Thunder Mountain, but Stagecoach Trail is going to be right here. Irish Walk is going to be right up here. So they're all going to be pretty close vicinity of those schools. And once again, you can most likely be in a good distance for your kids to either walk or either bike to school. And, safety wise, it is a pretty safe area. And so I wouldn't worry too much about that. Anything north, really, when we look at anything north of Patterson, is usually a lot safer and does have a little bit lower amount of crime than most of the other areas in town. Okay. So that is what amenities, are available to you guys in the Northeast area. All right, guys, and that is the Northeast area. If it provided some value for you and provided a little bit more insight to what's going on in that area, please like and subscribe to the video. And as I always say, if you are doing anything buying, selling, or building related here in the Grand Valley, I would love an opportunity to chat with you, earn your business, and help you get into your next home out here in the Grand Valley or Grand Junction, Colorado. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next one.